Hey everyone, it's David here with Surplus Institute. So I'm in a different background and I hope the lighting's okay. I am traveling, but I wanted to go ahead and do a video here on a question that a lot of you have been having, and it is about scripts. So I pulled up a California claim here, and let's say this person's name is John Smith, and I'm trying to call him about this MetLife Insurance Company of Connecticut, it looks like. I think of CT would be Connecticut. So what I would do is I would study this when I talk to him. I would know what I'm going to say next. So I always start off with, "Hi, this is David Church trying to reach John Smith." Pause. And I talk very fast. Pause. "John, I'm calling you about the MetLife Insurance Company. I'm calling you about 235 East 25th Street. There's a dormant check from MetLife Insurance to John Smith. Do you remember receiving this check?" And on the spreadsheet, it'll give actually the date that it was sent and everything. So I'll say, like March 1st of 2000, there was a check sent for this amount. And then again, I pause and he'll say, "What's this about?" And my first half of the call is educating. I'll say my name at this point, my company name. I'll say, "This is David from R Recovery. There was a check from MetLife Insurance Company belonging to John Smith at 235 East 25th Street in Long Beach, and this has gone dormant as of March 1st of 2000. There is so much loaded data there that you're going to beat any chance of fraud or anything like that. They're still going to think it's fraudulent at times. Like people will email me or text me and they say, "Hey, how can you help me convince this person that I'm not fraud?" Well, the minute I can do it 100% of the time, I'll tell you. But what I do is I stick to data during the entire call. So a while back, I called up a guy and it was a life insurance company that belonged to his stepdad. And I just used the same data and it worked perfectly. And I don't work state funds a whole lot, but I have enough to know how to be able to instruct during scripts. So this is how I would tell you to go ahead and do it. Call, say their name, and then be able to use the data. And then I come across. So this is David Church trying to reach John Smith. "John, I'm calling you about the MetLife Insurance dormant check at 235 East 25th Street in Long Beach. Do you remember receiving that check? It's gone dormant. It's proceeds to the beneficiaries. It was written on March 1st of 2000." And then at that point, I say, "Yeah, I'm with RN Recovery. We're an asset recovery company. We're licensed by the state. I got assigned this file. With your permission, we can help you assist in claiming these funds. It'll cost you nothing. There'll be no upfront costs. Upon receiving funds, we will get 10%. If we don't get you paid, you pay nothing at all." That's kind of how I say it from there. That's at the very end of it, though. I first of all just say, "Yeah, you have this. It's from this address. It's from this company." If they're deceased, I'll say, "Yeah, this is David Church trying to reach a family member, John Smith." And I typically follow what the state looks at. So they like to go with spouse. So I'll find out if he or she was married. Then they like to go with the children. So I'll find out who the children are. Then what I do is I ask if there was a will, a trust, or an estate or something like that, because they get very cautious, and rightfully so, because someone's going to get paid out. They want to pay the right person, because if they pay the wrong person, they have to go back and pay the right person. So it's going to cost them however much money that it is to process that claim. So you want to make sure that you're following, and there's an investigator's handbook in most states, or most states have protocols, but you want to make sure you have the right person. So in this case, what they're going to require is they're going to require a death certificate and a marriage certificate, and sometimes a table of heirship that shows if they were married, who they were married to, and then a list of their kids. And if all their kids are deceased, what happens then grandkids? Like I'm working a case right now, and I think they're paying out because I haven't gotten a denial on this, and it's been a very long case. It's been a year and a half, but it's a woman's parents, and just the data, the birth certificates, or some destroyed records and information, and we've had to jump through a lot of loopholes in getting that person paid. But let's go back to the original part of this video, because I know I'm getting off topic like I can do here. Again, script. This is David Church on Reach John Smith. "John, I'm calling you about 235 East 25th Street and the dormant check from MetLife Insurance Company. Do you remember receiving that back in March 1st of 2000? I'm with RN Recovery. We're an asset recovery company licensed by the state with no upfront cost to you. We assist people in getting these funds back. We'd love to help you. If we're successful, we'll get 10% of the claim." And then I pause. I let them know what I could do for them. And if he says, "Let me think about it," okay, I totally understand. Can I send you the agreements and show you what they look like? I'm getting my foot in the door. So I'll send him the agreements. I'll get him to see what the agreements look like. I'll also ask, "Can I follow back up with you in a couple days? Is this the best time to reach you? I don't say, can I call you in the morning or afternoon? I'll just say, is the morning or afternoon better to reach you? Or can I call you? Because if I say, can I call you? He's going to say no. But is it okay if I follow back up with you in a couple of days? Is morning or afternoon better for you? Boom, I have it. I have my foot in the door. I'm going to email him the agreements and I have a set time to call him. Doesn't mean he's going to answer. Doesn't mean he's going to do a lot. And there's a lot of creative ways of getting back in touch with him and letting him or her know that they have these claims. But script, what saves me every single time is the data. And mortgage and tax overages would be the same thing. That tends to be a little bit more of my specialty is tax overages. I'll say the name and then I'll say the property and I'll go on from there. But very similar. And I'll do a tax overage claim maybe next week or maybe in a couple of weeks or a mortgage overage. But it's very similar. You call, you say their name, you say the address, and then you talk about why you're calling. But you've got to have that data saving you. I like to have this in front of me when I'm talking to the person because I find myself, especially with my ADD mind, I'm thinking, okay, who am I going to call next? What am I going to have for dinner? What's going to happen here? And my mind is everywhere. So when this person picks up the phone, oh yeah, and especially if I've tried 2 or 3 people, I don't want to be on the wrong name because then you're calling back and you're trying to redeem yourself, and that just never works. So know why you're calling, have the data in front of you, and go ahead and stick with it. And lastly, and this is a real gold nugget here, if I call and they say that it's not the person, but it seems like it would be the person, what I do is I go ahead and I just start giving the information like, oh, wow, okay, I was calling about 235 East 25th Street. They had a MetLife insurance check. You have no idea who that is? Okay. Yeah, it's gone dormant as of this date, and it was for this amount. And I'll even say like $1,115.08. And it was a beneficiary, proceeds to the beneficiaries. It MetLife insurance, and man, I've been assigned this file. I've really got to find this person, and I had your number down here from doing a search. Well, how'd you get my info? Well, that's a great question. This is public information. We are an asset recovery company. We are licensed by the state, and we get people paid, and this is what we do. And I looked up, and this is how I received the information. And you got to keep on talking. Sometimes people get really heated. The other day, I had someone get really heated, and I just kept on sticking to the data with the whole thing. They ended up calling me the next day and we got the deal. So you just got to stick to the data. You got to stick to the information. You will get deals and this will work for you. Hey, everyone, I thank you for watching. Thank you for asking me what to put in the videos and what you want me to talk about. And I have a lot of videos on script. This is just basic script 101. I mean, I could do weeks and weeks on script, but basically, let me say one more thing about script. Script is what you're going to say next. This video is script. Me getting ready for this YouTube video, totally script. I'm scripting out what I'm going to say next. Whatever I do, whatever I'm going to say, saying to my kids, it's script. It's knowing what you're going to say. That's all script is. So if you're reading, hi, this is David. I'm trying to reach John. Yeah, John, I'm calling. I mean, that's horrible. Just this is David Church trying to reach John Smith. John, I'm calling you about the MetLife insurance check from 235 East 25th Street. Do you remember receiving that check back in March 1st of 2000? It's gone dormant now, and I was assigned this file. Again, that data, and go with your gut a little bit too. Like start talking to people, practice with friends, rehearse. I'm constantly catch myself saying script, and even when I talk to someone, even now I say, what could I have said better? What I don't want to sound like a robot. I don't want to sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over. I want to have a business conversation. Now, later on, as I'm talking to them, I get paperwork. I could say, hey, how's your day going? What's going on? You're getting to know them a little bit better, but you want to keep it very business. You want to come off professional and you want them to see you as a professional. Hey, everyone, I appreciate you watching again. In the comments, tell me what you'd like me to talk about. I'm going to keep on going off content that you all are asking me about. And yeah, this one's on script, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.